the day. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense coming out here for the first time, led by their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, 5th season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in Week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
On play action, now Garoppolo. This will be caught at Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The gun, it's Garoppolo. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. For the first time, we get our look here at the Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts, the second-year quarterback out of Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. DJ Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Big hold of the 30, and finally brought down at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Eluding the pressure right. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down. There's Garoppolo to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Shoves him aside. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 20-line. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They're going to look to throw.
That swung out to Mostert.
Shifts by at the 15, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, going for Sanders downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
Big hold to the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Garoppolo's throw on target to James. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
The 49ers traded up to snag Brandon Ayuk at pick 25 in the 2020 draft out of Arizona State. He was in and out of the lineup a little bit in his rookie year. Only played in 12 games, but was awfully productive when he was out there with 60 catches. And there's another one, this time for a first down.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo over the middle, complete. It's James. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. James has got it, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And that's a sight that 49er fans like. George Kittle catching a pass for a first down. Remember, he only played in 8 games in 2020, but he was a 1,000-yard receiver in 2018, 2019. They're hoping he can regain his all-pro form this season.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Garoppolo now. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the Giants who were able to come away with the road victory. Daniel Jones, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounced back from the defeat on opening weekend. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. The Patriots trying to finish that one off and claim victory. In the game you're watching, it was Jimmy Garoppolo who was brilliant in that first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. And that was nice. Jalen Hurts to Jalen Reagor. Jalen to Jalen, and the Eagles are hoping to see much more of that. Just 31 catches as a rookie for Reagor. They're hoping that that number at least doubles in 2021.
He could only get a yard after all that. It's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. This is Smith with a grab. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. They'll go option to the short side. And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. 0 turnovers in this game so far. The trend continues, but barely. Offense lucky that that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're very fortunate, because when a game's going along like this one and neither side has turned the ball over, sometimes that first one can really flip things to their advantage in this type of a game.
The kick by Elliott is good. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly
carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To throw is Garoppolo. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Going deep here for Watkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just past the 35. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Sanders. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st down, Hurts eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. But Charles, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skip at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy on the perimeter, he makes you go.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Samson Abukum. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got it. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and that will force a turnover on downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning it.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Once again, it's Mostert.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts.
He's got Smith here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown. Boston Scott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Hurts will throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets it back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Garoppolo to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. 51 yards on the ground for him so far. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And some space here. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 5. A big play there out of the running game. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the 49ers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.